in the thing. And so now I want to offer our review, and then we're just going to create an offer when they click on this. So we're not actually going to do the code URL anymore. I actually haven't wrote the resolver for this yet. I should do that. I'll do it in a second. I just stubbed it out. So up here, I think we're just going to take the arguments and create it. I don't think there's anything we need to do. The other thing is we're going to take a default value here. Are you using Next.js? I am. So we're not specifying whether this was accepted or not. What we want to do is come over here and we're going to set the default value to false. Oh, why am I using Next.js? I misread. I'm using Next.js because I wanted to try it out, and also I want good SEO. Alright, so we're going to nest another guy here. So this is going to get nice and ugly. It may make sense to split this off into some separate components in a little bit, just so this is not so hectic. Alright, so when we accept this, we're going to have to refetch the queries also. And we're going to be refetching list code review queries. The reason why is we only want to show on the home page the ones that don't have someone accepted. We're going to have to know the current user. Which means we're going to have to wrap this in again with another thing. Alright, we're going to have to hold this off for a second, I think. Let's start by going to this list code reviews query. I only want this to find the ones that are, oh man, that have not been accepted. So what I'm thinking about is how can I make this query fast? Because we're gonna have to do a join, I think. Yeah, I think we worry about making it fast later and we just go ahead and do the join. Oh, are we on the Finder options page? Yeah, we'll just do this. So, should we do, we're doing it from this side. So, we're going to say get connection. And so we're going to get code review dot offers. Actually, can we do that? We can't. Oh, you know what? So I want to join where I want to display the ones that have offers that are false. So actually I do have to join. I need to make sure, and this is actually kind of a tricky join that I don't know how to build with this. I think what I'm going to do is write it in SQL first, because that'll be easier for me to write out. And whenever I'm doing SQL, I like using data grep. All right, so let's go ahead and add a new database. All right, so we have two code reviews. Hello, what is 24-hour startup? Could you please explain this? If you go to 24hourstartup.com, it'll explain it. Basically, I'm creating a startup in 24 hours. Select all from the code review, and we're going to do a join, inner join. Yeah, Falafel is my database for Saffron. So, what are we inner joining this with offer? And I'm going to say call this code review, and this is going to be called offer. So this guy's, we're going to say offer dot code review ID is equal to the ID here. And I think I want to format this. I wanted to like curl and stuff, because now I'm about to add a where clause and I don't want it to go off the screen. where it's not equal. I don't know if that's how you do not equal. Okay, first off, if I just grab all the things that have it, it's not gonna like it. So we want to join where that or where do I want to use this? That looks like something I might want to use. I feel like I've seen that in SQL before. I want not an inner join. I think I want like a left join or an outer join or something. Oh, that's not equal. Okay. All right, let's go figure this out. SQL outer join. So what we want is we want the ones we want. I think we want a left join because we want the ones that are there, and then what we do is we filter some of the ones that have both. All right, so let's figure out how we do a left join. The problem is we're only getting this middle section. We're not getting all the ones at table 1. Maybe it's because I got rid of the word left. No, now we are perfect. Okay. So now we need to do a where. And we're going to say where o.code review. So either they don't have an offer on the code review at all, or o.accepted is equal to true. Sorry, false. All right, let's format that nicely. All right, this is the SQL query that I want to run, I think. So now that I have an idea of what I want that to run, let's come back to VS Code. I'm going to put this back to what I had. And we're going to write the other function first, I think, because we're going to come back to this. Because what we want is this is only going to get rid of items when we have accepted an offer. So to test it, we need to accept an offer. So let's do that. Okay, so that's what we're going to select from the current user. So yeah, we're for sure gonna have to split this out. So let's minimize the server, and I'm gonna create a component here, which I'm gonna call code review card. And we're gonna put all this code in there. And then we're gonna render code review card here. We'll just put a div there for now. All right, so there should be no difference. Awesome. Yes, I am still going strong. Though, so what I'm wondering is if we display nothing until this is finished loading. I think so. And I'm just going to just straight say data.me and see who the current user is and see if this even works. Oh, we have two datas. Call that me data. What am I coding? I am coding a marketplace for code reviews. All right, so it is null. So this is where things get fun. It should tell me that me it could be undefined. I'm not sure why it's not. Yeah, it's possibly null. That's weird. I'm curious if we turn SSR off, if it works. I don't know if it even reloaded. So data is possibly undefined here. Why is this a lowercase c? Make that uppercase. Make that uppercase. All right, we'll do it like that. Hey, Canadian Sean. Cannot recover code reviews of undefined. So I'm currently looking at React.js code, and I'm using GraphQL to speak to my server. Using TypeScript, I can already see you're a person who makes smart decisions. Yes. Alright, so we are crashing in, so can I read our list code of undefined? So data is undefined. Oh, this failed. I was like, why is that not working? Oh, I need to redo the server. There we go. Uppercase C, uppercase C. Hey, I'm back. Wasn't productive. How about you? I would say we are making more progress than we were earlier. I'm starting to learn C, so yeah. C is interesting. This startup, I'm making a marketplace for code reviews. All right, I think I see the hint of a user up there. Now what happens if I don't use SSR again? So I get rid of it? Nope, still has it. Cool. Yeah, exactly. See you later, Custy. Yeah, so you can either, we're going to have free code reviews, and people can also pay to have their code reviewed. So I guess we're going to pass in the current user to this guy. So all right, so the code review card is going to take the current user. Interesting, I don't know of a similar site out there like this. Yeah, there's not anything particularly for code reviews for some reason. So current user, and this is going to be a me query.me. So this is possibly undefined. Let's make sure. Yep, so I'm going to have to say null there. And by undefined, I meant null. I think, actually, will it come back as null or undefined? Let's check. Nope, it looks like it's happy. So now here's what we're going to do. If the current user, oh, you know what? We don't need to actually pass the current user in here. I think we just need to pass an on click for the offer review. So on offer review click. Yeah. And oh, we need to put it down here. No, we don't need to create a lambda here actually. On offer. I'm just going to call it on offer click. And VS Code feels a little sluggish. I'm guesstimating that is my data group in the background, so I'm just going to go ahead and quit it out, and I'll open it back up when we get back to writing advanced SQL stuff. Cool. So back over at home, instead of passing in the current user, we're going to say on offer click. So if the user's logged in, we can go ahead and call the mutate function. Otherwise, we can route them to log in. Alright, nice. Alright, so when I click on this button, it should create a code review. We are logging something? Yeah, let's get rid of that. We don't need to log that anymore. So I'm going to start off with the condition where it's not. So if I click on this, cool, it asks me to log in. What's the site where you can get paid code reviews? I have no idea. Is there a site like this? Can you offer to do your own site? Your own code? Probably not. That doesn't really make sense. So we'll create a thing called show offer button. We'll only show it if the user is not the one that created it. I know there's Code Mentor. Yeah, I've seen Code Mentor, but yeah, it's a slightly different focus. Do you have any personal projects we can check out? I do. I'll show you it in 1 second. Let me just write this boolean. Show offer button. And we're just going to say if medata.me. And medata.me.id is equal to crr.owner.id, then true, otherwise false. No other way around. False, true. Alright, so we'll see if that works in a second. So the side project that I've been working on for a little bit is called My Saffron App, and it's basically a digital cookbook. And here's the site. It's live. You can check it out if you want to. And basically what it is a online cookbook that you can store your recipes and create, as you can see, kind of like a cookbook of your own. And also we have a React Native app, so it's on the App Store for iOS and for Android. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's log in. Alright, so we need to get rid of this. Thanks, man. So we need to push to the correct location now after we log in. To make that, I would say just like in my spare time while going to school, it took around, I would say like around a year and a half. Alright, so it allows me to make these offers even though I'm logged in as Ben. So it shouldn't show that there, I don't think. So my logic is wrong. So no, we're passing in that. So if we pass in true, we show it. Otherwise, we say it's your code review. So are these not equal then? We're gonna have to add the log here. So we're gonna say me.data.me, and let's print that out as well. Have you seen pull request? Yeah, that actually, I think I did see that one. That one looks interesting. One thing I wasn't sure about is if they had a free version. I think that would be, or not a free version, but a way to have free code reviews as well. I think that would be cool. They seem like they're aiming for more of an enterprise thing. I also made a site for web apps, but yours looks a lot better. Thanks, man. I can't wait until Apollo has its own hooks. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I mean, look what's going on here. Look at this nice mountain. All right. Oh. Me data is just null. So if I push this button, it's gonna ask me to log in. Cool. Okay, so I think what's happening, and let's try this again. If I say SSR false, I think that should work for me. I think what's happening is it's making the request on the server, and so the cookie's not being sent. Yeah. So option 1, I figure out how authentication works with server-side rendering. Option B, I just pass in false. For now, we're just going to pass in false. You know what? I am totally wrong. I made that whole SQL query where we only grab ones where it shows reviews where someone hasn't accepted. Actually, no, that's still what we want. Because after I was thinking you want people to still request, or to, like, experts can still come in and be like, hey, I'll give you an offer. But then when someone requests, or when I accept that expert, then I don't want it on here any longer, I guess. Okay. Thanks, man. Okay, so what is the next step from here? I guess the next step is to log in as a different user. I think I have Tom at tom.com. Wait, why did it take me here after? Oh, okay. Does the challenge mean you code for 24 hours straight, no sleep? Basically, I get to choose. So I may be sleeping. If you'd like to take a look at our startup, it's called Hoopy. Please take a look at our Instagram too. Cool. What does Hoopy do? And I think what I want to do is kind of create a app bar at the top so I can see like who the current user is and like get some navigation going as well. So I'm going to take you to the home page after you log in now. Alright, so I want to know who the current user is that's logged in and be able to log out. Ooh, should we have log out? Log out will be the very last thing we do, I think. Header probably is what's called. Nope, that's not the type of header I want. I basically want the thing at the top. What is that called? Menu, maybe. I definitely clicked on menu. No, that's not really what I want, I don't think. I mean, it's kind of it, but not really. It's not a good one anyway. Is this sticky what I want? No. Yeah, Material UI is pretty nice. I didn't choose it for this one because I wanted more of kind of like a generic look. So it didn't look like it was coming straight from Material UI. Why do they really not have one? Yeah, they should have a Navbar. That's what it's called. They probably just call it something else. Okay, they call it menu. To me, this doesn't really look like a Navbar. That's kind of nifty, actually. Alright, I mean, I guess we're going to put this on it. That's pretty cool. Alright. My voice is getting a little tired. I think I'm going to make some tea and then we're going to implement this menu or give the menu a try. We just launched on the App Store, man. It's a pretty nice feeling. Yeah, for real. What did you guys choose? Did you guys go with a native app? What's it called? Android, iOS? Are you doing both? Inspect the me at the top of the page. What do you mean? React Native, good choice. Alright, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, you can make it to where some people are making it to where like the websites you visit are work offline and stuff, and that's where it kind of crosses the line where it's not as much a website, and they call it progressive web app. All right, let's add a menu. So we're gonna make it optional. Because like for example, it doesn't make sense to show on the login page maybe. And we want to show the current user, so we're going to use the me query. When do y'all sleep? I usually sleep at like 10 p.m. But not today. Let's just see what this looks like. Like how many hours do I sleep? I usually I like to sleep 9 hours. Let's add this to the home page now. I don't know why TypeScript didn't show me the error for that. Actually, I mean, it's a menu. It'll do. All right, so I want one all the way to the right, maybe? I'm not sure why you give these things names. I'm just not going to. Okay, so we'll show the current username. So we're currently logged in as Tom. I don't remember what I do for that. href. So when I said right, I think I need to do it like this. I can't make a link. Really? Why do they do it like that? What is as? What do you mean by as link? Are you talking about the as prop on that? I was wondering what that did. This? Oh, I see what you mean. I can pass the function in there. Interesting. This looks like it works too. But it looks like we get rid of the hover effect. I see. Maybe if I follow what you're talking about. An element type to render as string or function. Let's see if there's an example of how to use that. You know what am I doing? Let's just do on click and make it really easy for ourselves. There's really no need to wrap it in a link. I think I did the wrong router. Yeah, I don't want the router from Express. Why is this ginormous? Let's do this the opposite way anyway. Let's put Tom on the right. Nice. All right. It's starting to come together a little bit. We can have like a little
log in, log out button here if we want to. So for example, we could say the word login. I guess if they're not currently have an account, or maybe register, or maybe both. So let's create a Boolean up here. Where will you host the server? I'm thinking DigitalOcean. You're using GraphQL? I am. I love GraphQL. Oh yes, it should go down here. There you go, that looks better. So basically we want something, say const is logged in is equal to data.me, whether it's a value or not. So if they're logged in, we're going to show the username. Otherwise, we're going to show a register. And we only want to show request a code review if the user is logged in. So here it's, oh, that's kind of cool. So for a second, and we're going to say position equal right. I think what we want to is like have all these items only render after it's loading. VS Code's starting to feel a little sluggish again. I think I'm just going to reload the window, see if that helps. So now let's watch this load. So it's blank, and then we get the values Tom and whatnot. It's super easy to add logout, and I like the easiness of testing. So let's go ahead and add that real quick. Why does it do that? We'll worry about it later. Alright, so now when I click logout, what should happen? Let's make the server-side code for it. Should there be a parent menu to item with position right and child that aren't? That's a good idea. I'll try that next.
Let's do this the right way. We're going to add the response. Why am I doing that? Well, I can now say res.cookie All right, so we're done with logout on the back end. That was pretty easy. Pretty much what we do here is we destroy the session and then we clear the cookie from the user. And that's all you kind of need to do. What's the bang doing at the end of request.session? So request.session, this lays it out even funnier. Request.session can possibly be undefined. I know for sure it's not, so I can declare to TypeScript that I know that by putting the exclamation point. Yeah, it's a pretty nice one. I actually just learned about it and I use it a bunch now. Yeah, this is such a simple one. It's nice. Let's look at the types to refresh. Okay, I was like, this didn't turn yellow, and that's what VS Code does when you make a change. And I was like, what happened? But it just took a second. All right, so here we're going to say, so we need to call that mutation. So let's wrap this sucker in another. So we're going to call mutate, and then we're just going to update the store. And we're going to say store.writeData.
right query, sorry. We're gonna pass in the me query, and the data me is gonna be null. The reason we're doing this is basically after we log out, the user's not logged in, so we're gonna clear them from the cache. You insert cursor a lot. Like what do you mean by insert cursor a lot? Okay, that was a pretty smooth log out. I think I also want to redirect them to the home page after that. All right, so, oops, we went one too far. We may also want to log in. Now the question is, do we want, let's do the right one to be login. Nice. I was gonna see if it next likes this way of doing fragments, and it does, so I'll just use those because it's a little cleaner. All right, so I can go to login. It's kind of funny. There's like a noticeable lag when I click login. I guess it's loading the page. Yeah. Oh, insert key? Oh, no. So this is, you're talking about this. This is actually not insert key. This is, I'm using Vim, a Vim plugin with VS Code. And so this is what's known as, what do I call it? Command mode. And so this is where I can like move around and do special commands. So let's fix this menu real quick. But honestly, I'm not sure how. See if there's a prop maybe. What's the difference between position and floated? Dang it, I wanted it floated right. Alright, so floated doesn't work. Probably because this should be, I should have been on this tab. Well, this is so weird. I mean, I just don't know what to do with that. Okay. I'm just trying to see if they have any examples where it's on the right side, or they have multiple on the right side. They have a single one. Oh, there we go.
So you were close. We just need to make a sub menu. Nice. So I don't think I need to put the position on them anymore. Nice, they just look good. So we'll log in. So fun fact, after we log in, we need to update the me. Yeah. Do you like using semantic React so far? I would say I'm slightly disappointed, and I don't think I would choose it for a future project. For now, I think it's too late to switch. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, on login. Yeah, I like styled components too. I wanted something where I didn't spend too much time styling things, because just to try to speed up time, since time is of the essence for this one. But yeah, normally, like on my other side project, I'm actually using style components where time is not as precious. Okay, I was like, we need to have data. So that's the query. Here's the data. And we're going to say me, and then we're going to write the user. How long have you been streaming this project for? I forget. I think so. I've been streaming. I think it's been around 12 hours, maybe 11 hours, but I've taken breaks in between. Log out. Log in. And it shows Tom right away. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then we refresh. We're still logged in as Tom. Cool. All right, so what I think I wanted to do was offer a review. And nothing happens when I do that. I think we make a request in the background, but we need to have like something happen in the UI so people know why. Did it take you a while to learn the mindset of when to componentize pieces of code? Yes, I would say yes. It's something, the more you do, you get a better idea of when to break it up and when to put them together. All right, here we go. We're creating an offer. I was like, what the heck? For me, the hardest part of always component structuring and time structure is when it comes to React. What do you mean by time structure? This startup is about, I'm creating a marketplace for code reviews. And well,
let's see if we can get like a pop-up or something. Oh yeah, file structures is something that took me a while to figure out something I like decently. The thing that I've switched to is the file structure now is based off of features. And so what I mean by that is, for example, let's just start with the server, for example, even though I know this is not GraphQL or React, but like I break it up into modules, and then I have 3 different features right now. I have the user, which I have all my user related things, login, logout, register, me, and then I have offer. Right now you just create an offer, and I have code review, which you can create and list. And so that's one way I like to organize. And I would do that on the website as well, but how Next.js works is pages, all your stuff just kind of gets dumped here. So right now it's not really organized in that manner except for my GraphQL code is. Alright, we need some kind of pop-up thing. I don't think we want any of these. How much time is left for the challenge? 12 hours. I'm exactly halfway through. Sticky. So with next, I have my static / pages. Then I make a third module folder so I can still have things feature sorted. So do you just have, do you put everything in your modules folder and then just have like, I don't know, just like a dummy folder or a bunch of dummy files in your pages folder and then just import the actual component from the module or something? Like, how do you set that up? Everything that's not a page or check goes into. Okay, if it's not a page. Got it. Is there nothing I can use for this, or am I just missing it? Let's just go one by one. Button, container, flag. What's a flag? Oh, like literally a flag. Could add some loaders maybe. What do they call breadcrumb? Oh, that. I guess I want a modal. I kind of want like maybe an alert. Yeah, I'm not sure why they have a component for flag either. Yeah, I can see where flags are useful. It just feels weird to have in a UI library, I guess. Maybe message is what I want. Yeah, let's send a positive message. Now, where the heck should I put that on the page? Let's get rid of some of this stuff I don't need anymore. So I guess it should just like pop at the top here, I think.